All righty. All right, folks, here we are at the start of the 2019 24-hour challenge at Perry Mountain. This is Mr. David Hot Rod Brooks right here. This is Mr. Andrew Corn, Mr. Andrew Wheat. We're gonna take a slow lap around the clubhouse. We're starting right at the clubhouse right here, so bear with us. All right, this is the new pit turnoff. You'll come out of scoring. This is the new pit turnoff. We're pitting out in the far pasture. I don't know where they're gonna start the 10-mile-an-hour speed limit. They may start it back here. They may start it here. All right, the fast line, if you do not pit, turns left, goes right there. If you're gonna pit, you're gonna go straight. It's just a big horseshoe. All right, the pits are laid off, 15 by 30s. There are 93 of them out here. Insides and outsides, insides and outsides. So if your pit's around here, now we're gonna be running a radar gun, 10 miles an hour. The first offense is a 5-minute penalty. All right, there's pits here even also. It's Mr. Hal Hall, one of our awesome, wait a minute, I missed the turn, okay. Here we go. Here we go. This will be the going outside. This is still 10 miles an hour. So you're basically making a big horseshoe. Pits, 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 pits. New bridges that we built. Please don't run off of them. If you run off of them, we'll have to name it after you. Not sure where they're going to turn off the 10 miles an hour yet. We'll decide that at the club meeting. It may be this road, it may be right here. We're gonna probably take this hump out right here. It's got a big old hole on the other side of it. Oh, somebody's tried to fill it in already. A little something for the crowd to watch. We're not using the over part of our over and under, so we're just using the lower part. That's all we need. Duck. We've got ribbon up at all your crossings where you're not supposed to go, and we got W's up. I realize it's going to be a little bit dusty, but we tried to put that ribbon up high, so if you don't see it, you'll run under it, you won't tear it down. In the meantime, if you do happen to run under the ribbon or whatnot, be sure and look over your shoulder first. The guy right behind you may have been following you, so if you run under a ribbon, it's dusty or something, just, don't just slam on your brakes and turn around. Look over your shoulder, because that guy behind you, he may have been following you. This is all right after the start right here. Little drop off right here, nothing to it, just hard left-hand corner right here. If you look out yonder, they clear cut a bunch of stuff since y'all were here last year. So we're having to make some new stuff. This is really fast right here. It's gonna be dusty on the start. Just pay attention. There are 2 crossings right here. I'm gonna show you both of them. They're right-hand turns. There's the first one right there. Here's the original one right here. So just playing down here. If you run by the first one, you can see the second one. This is where they clear cut. I'm gonna take this little shortcut right here. They put it in here, so we'll use it. A lot of the trail this year, we tried to keep it in the woods so it wouldn't be quite so dusty and it may be a little bit cooler. We're gonna have some open stuff in it, but a lot of it is in the shade, which is gonna be good. A little shortcut right here. You can shortcut it right here if you want to, but there's stumps everywhere. That's up to you. All this was beautiful woods until last year. Now that's been cut, but it's Mr. Reynolds' deal. All right, we're coming up on one of our little first areas. We call this the Tunnel of Love. It was a nice overcropping of trees, but it's kind of gone now. And it continues on up here. Whenever you see an X, it's something that can hurt you. In this case, big old stump right there. Here's the tail end of the Tunnel of Love right here. See the Tunnel of Love right there? Nice, cool ride this afternoon. It's probably not but about 95, but it'll be better next week. We'll have some of these areas will be reflective by next weekend. They'll have a little piece of reflective material on them, so at night it'll really show up and kind of help you. Another little section of woods right here. This is a little new section. We're trying to connect some stuff. That's what this is. Of course, by about 12 o'clock in the daytime, this will be really beat out. It just won't be as dusty though. We have mile markers every 1.5 miles. That's for us and for you. If you want to see a rider down and hurt, remember the mile markers that you must pass. In this case, we're coming up on mile 1. We're a mile out from the start right here. 2 ways right here, so you know it doesn't really matter to us. There's 2 ways down this little drop off right here too. One right there, and then there's this one right here. So there you go. Actually, there's 3 ways. We need a little rain, but don't think we're gonna get it. Cut through section right here. There was a Seeker race down here, I guess a month and a half ago, and some of the trail is that, but very little. Coming up on a new bridge we just put in. We actually moved it. And what a big old turkey. And we're gonna put something on the front of that bridge there so it won't hurt your tires. Go straight across. More good old Shady trail. You're gonna make a left across this little grate right here. This has been real muddy. Of course, it's not muddy right now, but we may get a little shower. If we do that, could get a little slick. Headed toward the motocross track. The motocross track, I think, is about 1.5 miles. I think there's an area there. A little bit of mud hole right there. A little bit of mud hole right there. Hard left turn. There's W's and ribbon up. W's and ribbon. This massive 230 Honda is just raring for me to turn it loose. But I can't do that right now. This is where the Seeker race came through here a couple of weeks ago. Woo. Mr. Heath Harrison put it on the rest of them. Local Alabama motocross rider. All right, there's the motocross track up there, but we're not going right up to it right now. They've got that cut off. So we're going to follow all these areas around here. And this is the 1.5 mile marker right there. All right, we're gonna come out. This is Noah's Motocross. We're not running all of it. We're running a good percentage of it. I think it's actually about 1/2 mile. Jason watered it some this morning. He had some people that wanted to practice. I'm not gonna show off my jumping skills on this little double right here. My young body may not take it. There's plenty of open right here, you know. Some of you fast dudes, all you gotta do is twist that old right grip and you can jump that triple right there. I think it's about 90 feet, I think, where it is. A lot of guys double it, you know, pretty easy, but you gotta twist it to jump a triple. Oh me. So, got the sprinklers going. This is open to spectators. As long as you have an armband on, they will let you in the gate for free. If you don't have an armband on, they're gonna charge you, or you can go back and get one if you supposedly left it in your vehicle or whatnot. Boy, he got it peeled up nice. This is a fun little double right here, but so 230 don't quite have the suspension to handle it. This comes around to the front straight. This is the fun place. There's the spectator bleachers and everything. Dodge a little bit of mud. You can hit this and you land right out of here. It's nice. Follow this around. Yeah. Woo! How you guys? How's that? All right, we're going off right there. He's got the guys practicing, so we will ribbon this and stake it. But we're going off. That's the 2 mile marker. Right there. 2 mile marker. All right, we won't see the motocross track again today. That will be your next lap. Back into the woods a little bit. It's wide, I mean it's open. You can ride a 4-wheeler around. Heck, 99.5% of this thing. I'm gonna take this little shortcut right here. It ain't marked, but I'm gonna take it. All right, it's about, I'm trying to think, I think it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So this will kind of tell you what it's going to look like in the middle of the afternoon. And this is not too bad dusty unless there's 3 or 4 right in front of you. It can get dusty. The Seeker race came through here. As you can tell, the big whoops are still here. There's a 2.5 mile marker. This is what we call the dam. The Deloach's, this lake right here. There's not but 1 or 2 snakes in there. Like I say, this is 2.5 miles out. This is a little section we haven't run in a long time. Needs to be a piece of ribbon right there. We'll get that put up before. We got a Ironman guy coming all the way from New York. We've had a couple of guys from New York. Fletcher Aspen, he rode this thing a couple of years ago. This gentleman's coming. We got a old Bad Dream, Jeff Braco from Australia. That's going to be his nickname, a Bad Dream. He's a bad dream. He's coming back from Australia to ride on one of the elite teams. Got a 6-women team, I think from Missouri coming. And we have several, I say several, I think there are 2 or 3 teams that have lady riders on them. Nice little straightaway right here if you need to get some air in your radiator or get a sip out of your hydration pack. That little area back here we call covered corn, but only us local will really know. Coming up on, I believe, the 3 mile marker up through here. Kind of choppy. There's your 3 mile marker. Mr. Andrew Wheat made all those markers for us. We're going to have 1/2 mile markers. We'll put those up tomorrow. But like I say, that's to help us find a rider that's broken down or hurt or something. By all means, if you see a rider down, ask him. He may just be taking a break to drink something or adjust his chain or something. But if he's hurt, we need to know it. Just at the checkpoints, we have club members. They'll have jerseys and safety vests on. They all have radios. You can flag one down and say, hey, There's a guy with a hurt knee at mile marker 3. That tells us where he is. And we'll get somebody in there to help him as ASAP. Or if you just see a guy that's broken down, let's say he needs a master link, just let us know that. And most all of our sweep riders will have, you know, a 2-pack with master links, spark plugs, and whatnot. So there's a rule if you haven't ridden it, and it's been this way ever since we started. If you break down out here and we have to tow you back in, you lose that lap. I don't care how far you, if you're 9 miles in and we have to tow you in, you lose that lap. Here's a little section we use almost every year because it's a connector to some of our other trails. We have jumped this thing right here. I say we, I haven't. This is about 70 feet right here coming the other direction. Cliff house and several of them. Some of the motocross guys will jump a little thing we call a wire in the ground. Years ago we put down wire under this to hold the dirt. I got a danger marker because we're crossing this little bridge right here. Here's a 3.5 mile marker. We'll put a big one up, but it's there. A lot of these places you see blocked off like that, it's usually a danger area. There's usually like a big washout hole or a tree down or something like that. We have to run this section almost every year. We have run the Enduro off on the sides. While I'm saying that, we have the last National Enduro of the year again this year. The past 2 years, the Gobbler Getter has been the deciding race of the series, so put it on your bucket list. Always the first weekend in November. You can look it up on our website, PMountainMotorcycleClub.com. Another little shady area. This is usually really muddy, but it's probably some moisture will probably come up right there. Some of these roots will start popping up after about a couple of laps. 2 ways around this little area right here, but it seems to be the best way. There are some rock outcroppings. The worst one, we tried to put a little orange paint on, so, you know, I would just advise you, you know, to keep your feet on the pegs as much as you can. I think there's one of them right up here, if I'm not mistaken. It's worse coming down right there. There's a couple more of those sections. As we get further in the race, I'll tell you about it before we get there. Some of these are some trails we've used for years. Of course, they don't get ridden but about twice a year. Clearing right here. Should be coming up on a mile marker. Yeah, there's the 4 mile marker. There's some little history about this area right here. There's a bridge down here. We won't cross it. It's pretty long. And one of our older club members, his name is Boehner Star, a wonderful person, been around forever, ridden forever, owned motorcycle dealerships, everything. Anyway, he actually rode the first year on one of the multi-year, one of the 6-man teams, but that bridge kind of freaked him out. So we actually made him a little go-around. Of course, we didn't tell anybody, but we made him a little go-around. But it's down in this area down here. This is just what we call the Boehner Bridge area. Then that big old slough hole down in there. If we're gonna, there's another section up here. We've got it really ribboned off. We worry about people coming in hot, maybe trying to pass somebody. And it's kind of deep. So we got a lot of ribbon there, a lot of exits. Probably we will put up some more between now and the race. You see it straight ahead. I'll try to show you the gully that's down in there. You're gonna go around it, but if you go straight, that's what you're gonna be in. And if you get in there, I think we'll just probably throw dirt on top of you and call your wife. She can collect your insurance. No, we wouldn't do that. One of the favorite parts I like. Flows well. Try to put pre-turn airs at most places. I won't say we're there everywhere, but this is the start of what we call our junkyard trail. I'll show you in a minute. After every race, we usually end up with a fender or a number plate, or a fender or 2 number plates. So we just started hanging them up in the trees. Mr. Steve Whitehead, of course we call him Whitebread, it sounds better. He started this several years ago, and we've kind of grown. But this is the junkyard trail. You'll see when we get up here in a few minutes. Good flowing trail. Got a couple of roots, and I'm sure they're gonna come up and get a little work. But I hope you can hear me okay. Last year I didn't have a microphone. They said they couldn't hear me over the engine. It's massive 230 Honda. This is the junkyard. Welcome to the junkyard. There's the start. There's our buddy from Halloween right there. We got numbers. We got Halloween masks. We got fenders. Like I say, we collect those parts slept over. Hang them up right there. So we try to name a lot of our areas, and sometimes we'll name it after. Most of our bridges have names. A lot of our hills have names. Of course, nobody but the club members, and maybe not all the club members, know all of them. We're road crossing right here. Going into a little steep downhill right here. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's off camera. If you run off of it, down in there, it'll be a little while to get out. If you run down there at night, the buzzers may find you. But we always ride sweet. We'll have guys riding at night. One year we had a rider named the young guy. I don't mean to say he was a kid, but he had broken down and he had pushed his bike off the side of the trail. And it was a right-hand turn right there. So the sweet riders were coming through. We're all looking, turning right, and he's just sitting there. We looked for him for an hour and a half. We thought we were going to find a warm body out here. And finally, somebody caught a gleam out of the eye, and he's just sitting there. He said, "Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to stop somebody." Anyway, we got him out. This little area right here is called Miller Lumber Company. Mr. Mike Miller from Moundville, Alabama. One year after the 24, he came down here riding with his buddies. Kind of forgot where he was, and I think he hit that tree right there and broke both arms. Needless to say, he had a good friend for several months. So that's Miller Lumber Company back there. All right, this is the starting of the Perry Mountain Freeway. A lot of fun. You can't get over here to spectate, but it's a lot of fun. These whoops just go on and on, 5 miles. Hot guys will come through here like it ain't much to it, but I hear them back there snorting at us. Mr. David Hot Rod Brooks and Mr. Andrew Wheat, or Andrew Corn, whatever you want to call it. All right, we're right around the corner from the OV check. We'll be there in just a second. So it's roughly about halfway through the loop, which is good. That's where we like it to be. There's always water there. If you really start to feel dehydrated, they'll gladly give you some water. We have had some guys cooking barbecue. I don't know that they may charge you kind of high. I don't know. OB check ahead. We Put this in there and we'll put a big maze, they've already put it in, to make you really slow down, because we keep a reader to read the transponder, but we keep a handwritten too, just to make sure. It's a good thing at night, or really anytime, to call out your number. You know, if you're bike 103, call it out. You know, don't be bashful, because they're sitting there writing at 2 o'clock in the morning. They may be a little sleepy or something. So this is a little area I'm talking about. They put you in here and make you go real slow, so they can look at you, see your number and everything. Again, this is one of those places that there'll be people there. There'll be 8 or 10 people there a lot of times. If you see somebody down or hurt, be sure and say, hey, there's somebody back at the 3 mile marker, and we'll get somebody over here. A little cut through. I think we ran this backwards last year. I'm not 100% sure. The road crossing. Actually, not too bad today. As long as we were moving, I had to stop and cut bushes. It'd be kind of warm. Here we go. The next little name there is named after one of our club members, Mr. Hal Hall. He was a guy back at the pit area. He had a little mishap. Like I say, we name a lot of this stuff after club members. Sometimes it happens. He's back there snorting on a big old 350 or 450. He had a little obstacle problem over here on this hill, so it's now called Hal's Hill. They have Hal's Memorial over there. It's got his fender and stuff. They are with 5.5 mile marker. Mr. Andrew Wheat smoking on that. All right, right here, one of those little off-camera places here. You don't want to slide off right here. I mean, there are ways to get back up it, but it won't be easy. So I suggest you just to go slow. Give you a little section right here. Andrew, you can go ahead if you want to. I don't mind. Just don't kick up too much dust. We've run through here for years. You can see all where some of the races were muddy, then Ashley and Duros come through here. This is another, really what we call one of our connector trails. Ooh, mud hole. Probably won't be here after about too loud. Could have gone around that tree. Well, we're sticking in front of the section we haven't ridden in a while. We're not going to go up it. We go down the edge of it. It's called Pink Panty Hill. We wouldn't put anything like that in the 24-hour. But it's right down there. And one of our nationals, I think it was back in 07, Mr. Dick Burleson always comes down the day before to, to check the trail and make sure we did everything right. Well, I had a picture of him for a long time ago. I took a picture. We had a pair of big old pink panties hung up in the tree. And I had a picture of him sitting there with that Burleson on the back of his jersey. It was just a little fun thing. I don't even know if he ever saw it. We're getting into some of the faster areas of the trail. We're going to come out a little green field right here. If you've been following behind somebody, then you ain't got no excuses right here. Because it's like this and a fast road for probably, quarter to a half mile. We've cleared it out good. There's plenty of passing on both sides. Six miles. That's Yellow Jacket Hill. We'll use it in the Enduro, but we won't use it in the 24. Again, this is still super fast. If you need to make up a little time or try to catch somebody, this is a good place to do it. Of course, unless he's riding at about the same speed you are. 180-degree corner right here. Back into our old woods trail. They flow real well, and usually are not. It's going to be dusty. We could use a little rain, but I don't want a bunch. We have had rain where we had to stop it 2 years. I mean, we started it back up. We didn't stop the race. Another fast little area. Another little 180-degree corner right here. Used to be some barbed wire right here, but I think we finally got rid of all of it. This is the landline. The bridge right down in there, we're not going across today. It's called Bennett's Bridge. I think he was from up around Huntsville or somewhere. He ran off of it one year. So we named it after him. It's still Bennett's Bridge. Come on, 230. Woo! Big old rut. This is our barrel. I think there's a mile marker right here somewhere. Here's a 6.5. We don't have a marker up, but we'll get it up. We're going by one of our favorite trails. We don't use it much. We call it pipe trail. We got that name because years ago somebody, and I don't know how the pipe came off the bike, but it did. But anyway, we got to hang it up in a tree down there. Little rock outcropping right there. I put a little orange paint on it. The orange paint probably won't be there long. At least we get by. 2 ways right here. Big whoops on that side. No whoops on this side. If the guy's really slow, it'd be a good place to pass. Mr. David Summers has a hill named after him. We used it last year. It's right down there, but we're not going to use it this year. We're going to pick up one of our oldest trails. We haven't used it in years. And a bush hog right through here, just kind of open it up. Coming up on this thing we call a rock guard. Of course, you guys out west probably don't think that's. I need to put a bigger piece of ribbon right there. We don't have a lot of rocks. It's right here. You stay on the high side, there's a lot less rocks. You just say it. And then, there's not much to that. Right now, there's some big outcroppings right here. I got all these X's up just to kind of warn you. All right, you see them down through there? But the hot line is right here to the left. So if you can remember that, when you see the big rocks hanging left. And I think that's going to do it for about all our rocks. There may be another rock or two hiding out here. Another one of our fun flowing trails right here. This is Mr. Dave Crane's trail right here. He put this in a few years back. Dave Dynamite Crane. The way this 24 came about back in, I think it was 2000, Glenn Helen was putting on their second one. I called Dynamite Dave up on the phone. I said, hey, why don't we get a team up and go? He hung the phone up. He said, that's crazy. Anyway, we got to talking to Mr. Hollinshead and a couple more. We put together a little team and went out there. I think it was, let me see, Mr. Dave Crane, Mr. Brad Belcher, Mr. Doug Deaton, Mr. Charlie Singley. Who else? I was on there. Oh, he got left turn, left turn, left turn. I can leave somebody out. Anyway, we went out there and never had done anything. I was about the only one that I had a rigged up homemade helmet light, which was better than nothing. But the speeds out there were pretty fast. I think we rode the plus 40 expert class that year, I believe. And we got second. But the team that whooped us, and they whooped us pretty bad, was Danny Laporte. Oh man, who else? Wolfman Webb. Anyway, they whooped us pretty good, but we felt good being out. First time we'd ever been out ridden in that kind of moon surface. Anyway, here we are. This is our first aid. This is just, we'll have guys, this thing will be manned all day long, nighttime. You need water, if you want to just sit down and take a break at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Mr. Gerald Earl, Mr. Paul McDonald, Mr. Jimmy Hobby, and they'll probably have some more in there. That's 7.5 miles out. I think we came up this little hill last year, I believe. That's why it's kind of washed out. We had a lot of rain here early in the year. Of course, it doesn't look like it now. I just feel sorry for the people out in Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Nebraska that's had all that rain. Mother Nature's a bitch sometimes. We've been blessed. All right, a little drop off here. There's a little washout place right in the middle right there. I'm gonna try to get that taken care of. We try to ribbon off every turn that we're, there's a little trail, we try to ribbon it off, especially if it's a noticeable trail. It's one of the little faster sections. There's a rock outcropping up here somewhere. Usually right in the middle. I think it was right here. Yeah, it was. We're gonna turn right. There's another good little passing point. You got a guy you need to struggle to get by. That's a good place. That's right after first aid. You can remember it that way. Hey man, I know there's a passing opportunity coming up. Of course, in 24 hours, if a guy catches you, you need to just pull over. I mean, I don't mean you have to stop it. If he catches you, that means he's faster than you are. I mean, let him by 24 hours. Cute, man. Another fast little section. We're coming up on another mile marker. One of our mile markers has been, our markers. This is called a screwdriver tree, 8 mile marker. There's a Craftsman screwdriver's been in that tree for years. I guess some of the loggers left it one year or something. Anyway, 8 mile marker at the screwdriver tree. Coming up on our big old bowl turn. It's in about all our races. Fast guys will just hook it right here, but I like to turn it short and come underneath. I don't ride as fast as they do. Not even in my better days. Moving right along, folks. All right, there was an old trail there that was used before putting us around it. It had developed a bunch of big roots in there. We don't want to run anybody through it. This is what we call the Glen Canyon Road. Glenn, our past president, put in a little section. We ran it one year in the 24. I don't think we ran it again. See if I can find it. It's right down there. You dropped off about 20 feet. Well, maybe not 20 feet, 15 feet to the bottom. Then you had to go through it and come out on the other side. We took it out before it got dark. We had actually carried some lights out there with the generator to light it up at night, but at the last minute we just decided, nah, let's don't take a chance. Somebody could get hurt. But Mr. Mike Phillips from Florida, which is one I ran several years, he wheelied down that thing on an OXR 400. 8.5. 8.5. We'll get that sign put up. Little mud holes left over. Here we go. 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 Something we need to be thinking about. I'm just daydreaming while I'm riding. But Miss Jessica Dealey, Slidell, Louisiana, has been diagnosed with brain cancer or some type of brain deal. She's in St. Jude's. She needs our prayers, folks. Put her on your prayer list, even if you don't know her. He's a great rider. I mean, I think she rides 250B now, but she stood on the top podium in some of the guy classes up here in Harris County. She needs our prayers, folks. Just put her on your prayer list. Jessica Dealey, great family. She rides Sarah LACC events. Sika races up here. I guess she's probably ridden all our enduros as long as she's been riding. Great competitor, great young lady. Alright, here we go. There'll be another mile marker right down here somewhere. Left turn, left turn, left turn. Kind of a funky turn. Back right. Up this little road here. Used to be a couple of big mud holes in here. They all had good bottoms, then you wouldn't get stuck, but we're putting a turn right at the end of one of them. But there's not any water in it, so it's not that big a deal. Left hand, left hand. I'm gonna swing wide and make it down in there. Don't go straight. Could be a mile marker. Yeah, it's a mile marker. This is what we call the Hangtown area. David gave it that name because we used to, last year we went straight down through there, and you could get some big air time down there if you turned it on. It's washed out so bad we're gonna kind of go around and go a different way. But 9 mile markers at Hangtown. This is what we call La La Land. The reason it got that name, either the first or second year the Dirt Tick team was riding, and our club president, Mr. Hollinshead, was on the bike early Sunday morning. He doesn't come back. Oh, we got to looking for him, and we actually, somebody gave us some misdirection. We looked in the wrong place, but they found him right back there in those big old sand whoops. That's where it got the name La La Land. Glenn was kind of La La, where am I? Oh, he was okay. We got the bike in. Little jump up through here if you guys want to turn it loose. We're going down this area right here. It's a real high speed area, but it's downhill and there's a few little rock outcroppings and stuff. Just kind of, pay attention. Again, this is one of those places if you need to pass somebody, you can. You move over a little bit. But down here further, there's a couple of washouts, and I'm going to put some more X's up down here. I think we came up through here last year, or maybe the Enduro came up through here. But you kind of stay to the left a little bit, then you get right down here and you're going to ride right down the middle. Like I say, you fast guys ain't going to think nothing about this, but it keeps me awake. Little washout, little holes right here. Just kind of go straight and you're fine. This is what we call the Payne Bottom. land right here. This belongs to the Payne family. They're nice enough to let us use a lot of it. They've got a nice little compound over there. We've used it a couple of years. We hadn't been over there the last couple. Good family. All right, 9.5 right here. This is what we call the Payne Bottom. Wonderful little trail right here. Come on, 230. Need an arrow right there, don't I? There's gonna be a little go around up here, a deep hole in the trail, so we had to make a little go around it. It was washed out so bad. You'll see it here in just a second. Right here, you can't go straight. You got to go around it. Ribbon off. If you fall in there, we'll get you out. But water usually flows down this in the wintertime. We don't usually run this in the enduro, because it stays wet down here. This is probably the only hill that we have in the whole thing right here. And it ain't nothing to it. It's got a right and a left way. I would hang left. Just call it, it's less. I think this is the only hill we got in the whole race. Keep your feet on the pegs and twist that throttle. Back out in the nice sunshine. The left-hand corner right here. There again, you fast guys will eat this stuff up. Little tricky offset right here. I hope the camera's aimed about right. Now's a heck of a time to be thinking about it. Coming up on the road crossing, I think it's a mile marker there. I think, yeah, there you go, 10 miles right here. 10 miles. Got about another 1.5 miles to go. Some of our ARMA vintage events, we use a lot of this because they don't want something super, you know, rough. We've been asked to do another one this spring. We haven't committed to it yet. It's a fun deal, you know, to see all the old Pentons and Bull Tacos and, you know, Huskies and stuff. It doesn't draw well. You only have about 50 to 60 participants, so it's not really any kind of a money-making deal. It's always fun to see the ski jump. We used to mark it off. Somebody jumped 70 feet, but you need to watch this wash down a little bit. Turn in right here. If I had to say, this is probably the tightest. And this ain't tight. This is probably the tightest little trail we have right here. That's in the race. Flows well. We trimmed all the face lappers out of the way. If you stay on the trail, you'll probably be okay. Get off the trail, well, you know. Get off the trail, you got to deal with it. Got a right turn right here. I believe there's a mile mark at the top of this hill. Big old root up here. I put some orange paint on it. This is the 10.5 mile marker right here. Down our old pine straw hill. One year at the enduro, we turned them up this hill to the left. It was a lot of fun seeing them in that pine straw. We had several of the photographers over here taking pictures. It was a fun time. It was right after the start too, so the riders were still all bunched up, just Crane said they were all full of piss and vinegar. They hit that Pine Straw Hill, and he got a lot of them. He's a good rider. He got a lot of them. Pine Straw Hill. Getting close to the end, guys. Gotta keep following these little orange arrows. All right, we're going down. After the first lap, this won't be this big a deal, but it's nothing but pine straw down through here now. I'm gonna stick my foot out just to be on the safe side. If you go down that thing pretty fast, if you're in the front, you may just end up about another 100 feet down in the hole. All right, little rut right here. I ribboned it off right there. Little rut right there. One of our well-used trails right here. Pre-turn arrow means it's going to turn left down here. All right, we're coming up to where the starting area is. We used to put a big grass track out here, but it's so dry, it would be so dusty, it's hard to watch it. 11-mile marker right here, 11 miles. This is Haley's Bridge. Haley Melton ran off of it. I think somebody made a pusher, so we named it. We'll cut these bushes right here. All right, there's no grass track. That's the start out there. You will not use that, but you will use this every lap. You're gonna come across. This is Stevie's Bridge. He fed off of it. We had a kid ran off it one year real early in the morning, and he comes walking up to the clubhouse. He says, "Can somebody come help me?" Nobody saw him down in there. About a 5-foot drop. And then you go both ways right here. I went the right side because it's the sand. It's a drop right there. All right, we got a pretty good little rock hill, but we're not going up it. We're going around it. But now, I painted most of these rocks, so, but you will come through here every lap. Every lap. All right, I'm going to show you something up here. This is another one of those areas, you could remember it. There's a good line right here, and it sets you up good for the corner. Make a right turn right here. This is our gorilla crossing. We got a dummy gorilla that used to sit here for years and years. He's laying there in the ditch now. Our buddy right there. All right, we're coming up on the scoring area. Pay attention. Okay, on the start now, they will wave you through here. You will not, go through scoring on the start. But we're gonna go through this. I'll go through it. I missed a turn. Ah, heck. It doesn't matter. Anyway, you'll go through that little maze, and they'll score you right there. You'll come around through here. And this is where we started just a few minutes ago. That's it, guys. Turn off at the, like I say, this is pit entrance. Everybody goes this way. There again, if you're not going to pit, you'll make that left right there. That's what we call the fast line. If you want to pit, you're going to go in here and go to your pit. But that's it.